Hey everybody, welcome to your November monthly reading where we are connecting to our 11th chakra. We've been looking at chakras all year long, starting way back in January, and we're on the 11th chakra, almost to the end of the year. I can't believe it. But this 11th chakra is known to more connect our human sphere to the supernatural. They say you access it with your hands and your feet, and the shamans would use the chakra to produce magic and influence the physical world. It's kind of known like for the mind over matter. And we can see how the mind is a significant influence over our physical world, because really we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. So it's that projection, it's how we see the entire world. So for this reading for this month, we're going to be looking at what does spirit want us to know about our mind world. So, of course, we have a reading for each individual zodiac sign, and we're going to jump into yours right now. All right, Leos, this is your monthly reading, and if you're new to my channel, what I do each month is I actually take a tarot deck and I split out the major arcana from the four suits of the minor arcana. The major arcana represent the overall energy for the month. So in this case, we're going to be looking into what the Creator and Spirit want you to know about your mind world. And then, of course, we'll talk about what all those mean when we get to those. Now, this month I am using the Spirit Song Tarot. Any of the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. So if any of them catch your fancy and you want them for yourself, you know where you can pick those up. Also, if you might have already seen me kind of use these in my lives, I have started going live every evening, Sunday through Friday at 7 p.m. Mountain Time on YouTube, going live, providing free readings. Also on Saturdays at 8 p.m. Mountain, because I do go on at 5 p.m. Mountain on Instagram. And then also Friday, Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. and Sundays at 10 a.m. Yes, that's correct. So if you haven't caught me live on YouTube or on Instagram, I'd love for you to stop by and check it out and say hi. So we're going to use these cards to find out first what general energies the Creator wants you to know around your mind world. All right. So for all our Leos, what would you like them to know? All right. They do want that one right there. And you have the Hanged Man. So definitely seeing things from a different perspective. There has been this kind of mentality where you've been hanging upside down, looking at things from the same point of view for a while, and now it's for some action and a change that's going to be coming up to provide some more clear direction in your life, and really more about your perceptions around what things mean in your world. I kind of feel like there's this alteration that's going to be happening, in this aha that happens, where you're like, wow, I never thought of seeing things from a different perspective before around this piece of your life, because it's pretty much like how you felt it in your entire life. So a pretty significant change in that. We're also going to pull from the Shaman's Dream Oracle here, which, of course, we talked about the 11th chakra, the shamans using this, chakra to create magic, to produce magic, and to impact the physical world. So let's see what the Shaman's Dream cards would like you to know about this new point of view, this change. What else would they like you to know? So for our Leos, what else, please? What else would you like them to know? All our Leos. I was going to say maybe it's patience. All right. So you do have the Galactic Mushroom, the Divine Matrix. It's too funny. Card number 24, which, exactly what you're talking about here, how you do see things from a different perspective in that movie, The Matrix. All his life, he was in a pod dreaming this illusionary life. And when he woke up, he's like, whoa. So definitely relatable energies here, because it is about the intricate complexity of life. You might have been thinking and acting like you were the only one in the dream creating your life. The galactic mushroom arrives as a playful yet potent reminder that you need to get with your higher power. The universal laws are not for your benefit only. The law of attraction does not exist just to serve up your desired outcome. The matrix of consciousness, called Source or God, Spirit, and many other names, is intricately woven into life. There's so much complexity that the human mind, or your mind world, right, cannot comprehend all the moving parts. It's impossible to see beyond what you already know, just as the head of a mushroom is clearly visible above the soil, but not the living biome below. The thread-like mycelium of fungi form vast, intricate networks underground, connecting different life forms with one another in a kind of internet of the plant kingdom. Imagine the divine matrix serving the same way, connecting the individual consciousness with that of the divine. The galactic mushroom reminds you that your dreams and desires are heard. This is a call for faith and trust. Whatever intention you hold consistently with hope and faith first manifests in the unseen realms. Whether or not you can see it working on your behalf, eventually you see the evidence play out in the serendipitous events that work in your favor, seemingly outside of the law of cause and effect. Your most beautiful results are being birthed right now, not just for you, but for the highest good of all. I love that. So definitely this connecting to your higher self. If you ever did see all the Matrix series, our human self, the character we're playing would be, that the character that he was playing when he was, asleep with stuff attached to him. That's the illusion. But our higher self is the one that's dreaming the dream. And that's the one that it's encouraging you to connect more. And with the hanging man, seeing things from that higher perspective. That is your newer perspective, seeing things from the higher realms. We, of course, will get more information here as we move into the four minor arcana. And the four minor arcana represent like four different areas of your human experience here. The first one we're looking at is the fire element, which is normally wands in the traditional tarot. This one calls it acorns. But this represents your drive, your ambition, your passion, your inspiration, your overall energy. So this will be what Creator and Spirit want you to know about your energetic adventure during the month of November. So for our Leos, our fiery Leos, this is your element. What would you like them to know, please? What about their energetic environment? Okay, there we go. And you've got the Three of Acorns. So beautiful card to have here, because the Three of Acorns or the Three of Wands does represent, with the new information that you're receiving, you are altering course. You're changing the direction where you're investing your energy. It starts off like you have the Ace of Swords. So you have a passion, and then you have Two of Wands about planning and how you're going to get somewhere. And so in this case, you plan to get from the middle of a continent to the shores, and then you were going to board this ship and then go this direction. Well, what this is saying is that you have made it, you made the plans, you've even made a couple steps and made it to the shore, but now instead of going this way, you decided you want to go this way. So this higher perspective, this new way of looking at things, has you making choices in your life that do take you in a different direction, have you invest in your energy in new directions instead of the old. We're also going to pull from the Divine Guidance cards. Let's see what else they'd like to add. These are fractal image cards, which I call the spiritual inkblot test, because they're basically images created through a computer program where they would plug in formulas and not knowing what it was going to do, and then they'd be like, wow. So whatever you see in this picture is a special message for you. But I will read from her book to see what she intuitively picked up from the card as well. So for our Leos, okay, they want that one. And here is your card. So you can take a look, see what leaps out to you. That will be a special message to you. And then 24 So we will see. Oh, like this one, 24 and 24. Synchronistic. I love it. All right. This is actually the divine feminine energy. And of course, regardless of if we're male or female or how we identify, we all have divine masculine and divine feminine energy within us. And it says this card asks you to begin operating more from a feminine flow of energy, whether you are male or female. It asks that you allow your power to flow from within instead of using force. Be mindful of using a gentle approach to people and situations. The role of nurturer and healer is important for you, and these gifts will blossom when you allow them to naturally emanate from you. Focus on your relationships with the people you interact with. You will find that more will be accomplished while creating peace and harmony for all involved. So yeah, definitely. So this is a different direction, right, that you're heading, instead of feeling like you have to be in control and making people do things and, enforce your perspective. You're seeing things from this very nurturing, unconditionally loving perspective instead. You are not being aggressive with your fiery energy. You are allowing it to be full and instead ignite compassion and unconditional love for others. So this is great. I love that energy change for you, because it will, like it said, it's going to change how people perceive you and what you're able to accomplish too, because people don't like to be pushed. The more we push, the more they push back. You're realizing too, I think, with all this, that you can't make people change their minds. You can't change the world through trying to change people's minds in the world. The only way that we can truly change the world is by changing hearts, not minds. And we change hearts by unconditionally loving others. So I like that. And then we're moving into the element of earth, which is normally the pentacle suit in the Standard Tarot. This one calls it crystals. And well, with the other three suits being all about the inside, with the energy, and we'll talk about thoughts and emotions here in a moment, this is the only one that's about the outside world. All those other people on stage with you, even your own body, all the other props, your bank account, possessions, jobs, all that out there. So this will be what the Creator and Spirit want you to know about your physical adventure during the month of November. So for all our Leos, what would you like them to know, please? Okay. They do want to this one. You have the Seven of Crystals. Okay. Seven of Pentacles, which makes sense, especially with this Three of Wands here. So the Seven of Pentacles basically normally has like a bush growing and someone standing there watching it, which has this energy of, you're doing the work, and what's the last thing that grows on a fruit tree is the fruit. And finally you see the fruit growing and you're like, apples. Oh yeah, I did want to grow apples at one point, didn't I? Why did I want to grow apples? Oh, because everyone else was telling me that they wanted applesauce and apple pie and blah, 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 right? So you grew an orchard full of apples, but you're like, oh, I don't want apples anymore. With my new perspective, my new way of looking at things, I want guacamole and avocados. So I'm going to grow avocado trees instead. So that's like this change of direction, the change of what you're doing in your outside world. You are making this move because of this new information, this new spark of energy that's coming from this higher perspective. And then we're going to pull from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle, and we're going to see what else that they would like you to know about your physical adventure for November. So for all our Leos, what else about their physical adventure would you like them to know, please? Okay. I'm being clumsy today. Boom, boom, boom. A lot of energy in there. All right. And you have Traveler. Oh my gosh. It says, move in a new direction. So, I think you are moving in a new direction. We love clear messages, don't we? I know I do. So definitely a change of directions here. It says, welcome any opportunities to travel either to the outer world or to your inner worlds, which we're talking about all the mind world, right? Changing to a whole new world. The Traveler card represents the gypsy spirit within. The opportunity to move in a new direction is coming your way, and ancestral wisdom is encouraging you to welcome it with open arms. Going on a trip is an exciting process because not only do you learn about the world, you also learn about yourself. This card often comes up when you have a chance to go through a process of awakening and understand even more about the amazing qualities you have to share with the world. Often, such journeys can be lonely, but this is in itself can teach you that you are never really alone, and your angels and your ancestors are there for you. The road that you are on may be the road less traveled, but this journey is going to be highly beneficial for your emotional and spiritual growth. If it isn't about covering outer distance, it's about covering distance within, and you will be evolving every single moment of it. Remember to keep things simple and to lighten your load, because that will make your journey more enjoyable. You're also encouraged to see how far you've come and how you've really grown as a person, because this recognition will support you in going even further. And there's a good chance that along the way you'll make new friends who will become companions for a lifetime. Wow. Yeah. So definitely a whole new world is opening before you with this new viewpoint that's coming in here through this experience. So November is going to be a nice, fun month for you. And then we move into the element of air, which is normally the suit of swords, but this one calls it feathers. And this, of course, is all about the mind. So it's your mindsets, your thoughts, your beliefs, your expectations. It's all about your mental adventure during the month of November. So let's take a look here and see what the Creator and Spirit would like all of you Leos to know about that mental adventure. Okay. For November. And you have the Five of Feathers, which would be the Five of Swords in the Standard Tarot. And it's interesting because the Five of Swords energy is about, this conflict that comes when we're trying to prove that our small t truths, like our old way of thinking, right, that it is more true than your small t truths. As I said, when you try to change people's minds, all that happens is they'll curl up in a ball like this armadillo does to protect itself and defend, or it'll attack back, right, and fight. It just causes battles. It just causes distance. It causes, silence between people and walls to be built between people. It doesn't open up. But when you look higher to the capital T truths, which this is all about seeing things from this higher perspective, those truths that are rooted in unconditional love rather than the fear of losing conditional love, then you stop caring about trying to make everyone else believe what you want them to believe, and you stop being offended and defensive when other people present new ideas to you, because you're like, you just realize everyone can have whatever beliefs they want. You don't have to take them on for your own, because you're so your whole new world is revolving around these new capital T truths that you're finding that are rooted in unconditional love and not judgment and conflict here. So this is beautiful change that's happening for you, which is being sparked in November. We'll also pull from the numerology guidance cards and see what else that they would like. One more time here. All right, so what else about the mental adventure for Leos? Okay, there we go. And 5, change. 5, change. Change. So change of direction. I didn't even have to read from the book on this. They say, they're like, it's just pretty much going to say all the exact things that we've been talking about here. New direction, divine feminine, changing your direction to come more from that compassion and unconditional love, higher, ways of looking at things from up above and connecting to your higher self. Just your whole world changes because of that. So how cool. I love it. I just love it. And then the final suit that we're going to be looking into here, of course, is water element, which is the suit of cups in the regular tarot. This one calls it shells. This is your emotional adventure during the month of November. What Creator and Spirit would like you to know about that. So for our Leos, what would you like them to know about their emotional adventure, please? Okay. And you got the Three of Shells, the Three of Cups. And this is so perfect. It's normally a celebration card, but this card has such a special meaning for this tarot reader. So whenever this card comes out in any of my readings, this is your posse of support, your invisible posse of support on the other side. Creator Spirit, your guardian angel, all of your angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones who are back on the other side already, your ancestors, unicorns, fairies, whatever you believe those beings of unconditional love and light are on the other side. This is them saying you are never alone, ever, ever alone. I think one of these cards said that too, that, your higher self connecting to that spiritual world, they are constantly around you, working things out in the physical world for you, with everything starting, of course, being realized in the spiritual world first, like all those said. And this is just great. They're just saying, we're here. Yeah. Connect to your higher self, and also realize that you have all these friends, this large group of companions that will be with you for life. And even with us traveling inward, you might be able to really connect and understand with a lot of them as well, especially as you raise your vibration. Because when we're in the outside world, the old perspective that's full of chaos and fear, it's very loud. It's a very loud noise, because that's what fear does. It distracts us and takes us out of our heads where we can't think clearly. But when we're raising our vibration from that lower vibration to a higher one of unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter, that's the frequency at which Spirit speaks and what they're there for there. So, this is all about raising your vibration, communicating, seeing things from this higher perspective, and it obviously changes just the direction of your world in a lot of ways. I love it. And then the last card we're going to pull from here is the Queen of the Moon Oracle. This is just going to be either more about what they want you to know about your emotional adventure during the month of November, or because it's the last card for this reading, it's also going to be a wild card. So whatever else the Creator wants you to know about the month of November. All right, one more time. And here we go. So for all our Leos, what would you like them to know? Okay, they do want this one right here. And you've got Fruition, Harvest, card number 37, which 3 + 7 is 10, which is endings and new beginnings. And fruition is also like the fruit tree, like we were talking about, right? So let's see what energy comes with this. Could it possibly do with change? Could it possibly do with endings and new beginnings? Let's see. As the seasons turn, there is always a time when all the potential of the spring begins its manifest. The crops grow tall and are ready to harvest, and they have done this from a fallow field into which we have planted seeds. The trees have flowered, and now there is fruit to pick. It's time for the harvest. When we're able to bring something to fruition, whether it be a planting, a project, or a change in ourselves, it is the perfect time to celebrate all that we are grateful for and to mark our achievements. So celebration card too. So definitely reinforcing the celebration message. Celebrate where you've come through, what you've gone through, what brought you up to this point. Because you are going to flip and go into a different direction and change. But that doesn't mean that you made mistakes. It's all happened on purpose for you. And it's taught you so much to bring you to this point. We may have worked very hard to bring this new situation into reality. We may have been patient in the way we've worked over time and sacrificed much to make it happen. The harvest moon is the time to be happy about our success and to share it with others. our ancestors would dance and sing and have community festivals of thanks, all to celebrate the fruition of all that hard work and to thank the gods for their assistance. These times of high energy are also times to really focus on your body, as they can be quite taxing on our systems. If we don't take care, it is often the time we can get ill. So this moon normally falls on the moon closest to the autumn equinox in the northern hemisphere. So we are moving into the autumn equinox, or we did here in September, so a little while ago. But the companion stone for this is actually garnet. So if that resonates with you and you're into the stones and crystals, you know what you can do with that energy too. But yeah, definitely this all folds in together here, this fruition, celebrating what you've got here. It is time for this harvest to be done and to make room for the change of seasons, to move into the next season, to allow new planting to occur, new growth to occur. And I do love this message for you. I mean, it is so crystal clear, and I do love that. All right, Leos, as you go through this month, please know that every second of every day of your life, that you truly are unconditionally loved by all this group of people, all these amazing beings on the other side. So if you do need assistance, if you feel like a fish out of water, of your own free will, if you ask them for messages and support, they will bring you those to you. Just raise your vibration to that of unconditional love and joy and peace, and you'll be able to hear very clearly their messages. Now, in addition to these messages, I also put out weekly energy updates for each zodiac sign and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of these messages and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, and then also by clicking the subscribe button, that'll give you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, there'll be an all option. And when you select that, then you'll be notified of any new videos that do come out on this channel, as well as when I go live for live readings. I know. In addition to all of that, selecting those items and doing those things also helps spread the Zen love. And it helps my channel grow in significant ways, because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy excited. It does want to automatically share the videos of my channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I'm very, very grateful for that. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box of this video below. All right, Leos, as you go through this month, please know that in addition to all these beautiful angels and the Creator and everyone else loving you so much every single second unconditionally, I also love you too. And I wish you a very, very joyous month, and I'm sure we'll be talking very soon. But in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.